Hi there, everyone. I just wanted to share a little bit with you about hearing the voice of the Lord. And it's something that a lot of people have questions about, and something I've had a lot of questions about too. Am I really hearing the voice of the Lord? Is this really Him, or is it just me? Well, if Jesus Christ lives within me, if Jesus Christ lives within you, I think more often than not, we can trust that it is His voice. And it's okay if we don't know 100% sure that it's His voice, because in Hebrews it says that He wants us to do everything in faith and that it pleases Him when we do everything in faith. So, whatever percentage you're not sure that it is Him, you can just trust in faith that it is Him because He lives within you and He is speaking to us. And I just want to encourage you guys with this story that happened recently of the Lord speaking to me in my journey and trying to hear His voice and figure it out. Because at times I think it can be a little ambiguous, and I think it's really cool though how we explore it and how He reveals things to us. So this summer I was planning a trip to Kansas City, and for some reason, I just had the impression that someone there needed to be confirmed that yes, it's Africa. Like, yes, go to Africa. It was super random. I was just driving in my car when I thought this, and I was like, okay, this is kind of random, but we'll see what happens. So I get to Kansas City, and right when I pull into the house that I was renting, one of the roommates was walking around the property and she had a shirt with Africa on it. So I was like, oh my, okay, this has got to be her. Like, she's got to be the one the Lord was speaking to me about. So a few days in, I kind of sat her down. I'm like, so what do you think of Africa? And we talk a little bit. And she wasn't like super convinced that it was like Africa. Like, she never thought about going to Africa really before, and she had a couple friends that went, but she just was like, yeah, I don't know, that's really for me. But I was like, well, you never know. And like, I kind of thought, well, I really thought that was her. Well, there were two other roommates in that house, and one of which I didn't really talk to much at all while I was in Kansas City. And then I left and just, thought that was the end of things. Well, the one roommate that I didn't speak to much contacted me this past week, and she said, Tessa, I was praying and I just felt led to message you and let you know that I'm planning a trip to Africa and I'm raising support. And I almost like freak out, and I'm just like, what? I think that was the Lord's voice speaking to me, not about the first roommate, but about the second roommate. So I was just overcome, and I just called her up and I was like, let me just tell you what happened. And she was like almost in tears, like so encouraged that the Lord was confirming to her that yes, it was Africa, that He wanted to send her. And the day I called her was right before she was planning to buy her tickets, and the timing was just amazing. So it's interesting how when we hear the Lord's voice, we might think one thing and it ends up being another. And just trying to figure that out. But it always keeps us trusting God and not in our own understanding. And so I just thought that was a cool story and wanted to share with you guys. I hope you're encouraged by that. And I hope you're encouraged that you can hear the voice of God. Like, it is true. A lot of times He speaks to you, and you may not always know it, but I think He wants us to have faith that it is Him speaking, and especially if it aligns with Scripture and with your pastors or your mentors, Christian mentors, then I think you can have pretty good assurance that it's Him speaking, and you can have faith for the rest of it. So I hope you guys all have a great day, and I hope you ask the Lord questions and seek His voice because He has things He wants to speak to you about. Have a great day.